Hey, AppSmart fam, it's Chris Schubert, your sales leader from Microcorp, an AppSmart company, with this week's episode of AppSmart Unlocked. Now, I'm joined today by one of my favorite providers in Nextiva, and Mr. Jeremy Forrester. Jeremy, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Chris. How are you? Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Super excited to have you and super excited to unlock the potential of Nextiva. Now, looking at your background, Jeremy, you've been at Nextiva for almost 4 years now, which in the channel equates to about 60 years of experience. So how's it feel to be one of the old dogs at Nextiva?
It feels good, man. I've earned these stripes, that's for sure. Times just keep getting better, though.
There you go. There you go. That's what UCAS and CCAS does for you. It puts the years on you, but puts the income in your pocket too.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, Nextiva's been in the channel for a while now and been a big part of the overall AppSmart family for a very long time. But along the way, you sometimes pick up some misconceptions around the organization. So as you look into the year 2021, what's the biggest misconception you see out there around Nextiva?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think, there's been a ton of change, especially over the last year, just in the industry in general, right, as a whole. But really at Nextiva, there's been a lot of change going on where we're not the same Nextiva we are today that we were even 6 months ago, even in some respects 4 or 5 months ago. So I think that's probably, just educating everybody out there on what's changed here at Nextiva and the migration that we're transformation that we're sort of seeing, moving from that SMB sort of low end mid-market space that maybe we've always kind of been thought of for a lot of partners in that space that we fill, into a true enterprise player from a solution provider standpoint. And that's really where we're making a lot of headway, and we're really growing every day, every month right now. So that's been exciting for us. That change has been really exciting.
I think it's been fun to watch how you've slowly transformed your company from being really one of the first hosted VoIP companies to being a true UCaaS player with an emphasis on, the SaaS side with NextOS, and really completing your digital transformation from hosted VoIP into true UCaaS, CCaaS, CX even. So as we look at that digital transformation, Jeremy, what are you seeing out there as kind of like your number one tip? What's going to help a sales advisor help their customers digitally transform their business with Nextiva?
Yeah, I think bringing the true experts to the table is where I see just a ton of success right now, as we're starting to really focus on providing true solutions to our end customers, right? Asking the deep dive questions and really getting into and building a solution that gains more of their wallet share is what we focus on every day. So we're talking so much more about integrations, right? And how deep and wide can we go within those integrations? To provide true, solutions to customers that help them be more efficient, more effective, right? And have more knowledge. We're focused on that customer journey every single day, right? Our customer's customer journey. So whether we're getting into, CCaaS opportunities, or we're just providing sort of an everyday UCaaS environment, we're really focusing on what functionality is there, what integrations are there. So asking the right questions so that we can build a solution that's effective for the customer, and enabling their staff in this new hybrid workplace, this new hybrid environment. Whether they've got a mix of folks that are remote or working from home, that are hopefully getting back to being on the road a little bit, but also being in the office space, taking advantage of the tools that are now sort of standard, that maybe even just as little as a year ago were thought of as maybe still early adoption, even in some cases, right?
Well, Jeremy, you hit the nail on the head when you're talking about the CX conversation. The customer experience conversation is so much more than just how many seats and what kind of phone you want. It's bringing the experts to the table to discover where all those integrations take place and how Nextiva can help them. Would you mind kind of closing this out here? Give us an example or case study on how you were able to use that tip about going deep with the customer on customer experience to secure a deal.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's all, for me, it's all about resources, right? I mentioned bringing the experts to the table. That even applies, to me as senior channel manager here at Nextiva. Just when I think I know everything I need to know, I engage with one of our sales engineers or one of our solution architects from our enterprise team, and I learn something new every day, right? So bringing in resources is key. Recently, we engaged with a customer that was a restaurant. They had several restaurants within their chain, and we thought it was going to be kind of a run of the mill, straightforward execution of a solution. But by asking a couple of key questions in terms of marketing and promotion, it uncovered some platforms that they were using for customer outreach that we could integrate with. And they were using those systems manually to send out text messages and promotions, things along those lines. So bringing my sales engineer and my enterprise solution architect to the table, we discovered that we could integrate with those platforms and automate that outreach and kick it up a notch and allow them to do it in a more strategic manner that really allowed us to get deep into the solution. And we ended up taking the spend and quadrupling it. Right. So we gained a lot more of the customer's wallet share. We put a solution in place that's really going to not only satisfy a need, but took it that step further and provided a solution to a manual task that was inefficient and ineffective for them.
Well, Nextiva has always been the home of amazing service for the AppSmart family of companies, but now we can definitely say that you're home of the amazing solutions as well. And those solution selling skills that your team has is super critical to that. So team, get engaged with Nextiva. We have unlocked their potential for you here today on AppSmart Unlocked, and reach out to Jeremy Forrester and the rest of the team to learn more. We'll catch you next time.